Hi guys, so for this lingerie day, I'm going to be doing how to properly care for your lingerie, because I know a lot of you have one of your New Year's resolutions that I'm making you do is to clean out your lingerie drawer or your underwear drawer and get some lingerie, or at least some nicer underwear. So now that you're getting this underwear and stuff, you need to take care of it or it's going to turn bad really fast and you're going to be in the same boat that you were for the last 5 years. So this is how I wash my lingerie. It's how everyone recommends that you take care of fancy lingerie. So if you follow these things, then you should be good to go and you wouldn't have wasted your money. Okay. So the first rule of thumb is that you never, ever, 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 ever want to put it in the dryer. I don't put mine in the washer or the dryer. It's just basically a big tumbling machine of ruination. It will ruin all of your unmentionables, which really sucks if you spent a lot of money on it, and it even sucks if you spent $5 on it and you can't find it again. So listen to me. Don't put it in the washer and don't put it in the dryer. Just put it on the side. I wear lingerie at least a few times a week. And by lingerie, I mean like a matching bra and panty set. So I just have like this pile that I always put like on the ground that I know it's when it gets to be like 3 or 4 pairs of underwear and sometimes bras, then it's time to do the lingerie wash. I do not wash my bras every time that I wear them. I kind of do like a weird, I just sniff them and look at them and I'm like, did I sweat in this? Did I not? How was, is this fine? I feel like it's more damaging to wash your bras every time. So I just do it every other time that I wear it. So you're ready to wash your lingerie. You want to make sure that you have lingerie wash. I really love this lingerie wash that I have from Journal. It's called Lingerie Wash, and it smells so good. I really love it. It's very delicate on my delicates, and it just works really well. I did get a lingerie wash on Amazon once, and it just smelled really bad, and this stuff is good. Lingerie Wash. This is my second bottle, so I loved it that much. So what you want to do is you want to either do this in the sink or a pail or even the tub. I always use the sink because, I don't need to wash 50 pairs of underwear in a tub. I just usually have 4 or 5. And you want to use lukewarm water. You want to make sure that you don't use hot water, because if you use hot water, your elastic in your panties is gonna just wear out and your stuff is gonna end up being too big really fast. It's gonna stretch out. If for some reason you use hot water and you're like, oh shit, I forgot, you can always plunge it in cold water for a few minutes and hope that will kind of like shrink the elastic back in shape. But it's like when you gain a lot of weight and then you lose a lot of weight, there's a little bit of elasticity is gone. That's what happens if you put it in really hot and then try to fix it later by putting it in cold. So use lukewarm water, squirt some of that lingerie stuff in there. It should be a little sudsy. I always really mix it up with my hand, because if you don't and you get like a clump of the lingerie wash, sometimes you could get like a spot on there if you don't have it mixed up. Almost like a bleach spot, but not as bad. It's not that bad, but I always mix it up really good. And then okay, so this is where there's 2 different trains of thought. People say that you should soak your lingerie for up to half an hour in this lingerie wash. Well, I did that once, and I had a pair of Mimi Holiday underwear that I put in the sink, and they were bright pink, and I put them with red, so it was fine, but they bled, so all of that dye came off of my panties. I mean, they were still pink, but the dye transferred, and I didn't read the freaking label, and it said do not soak. So make sure that you're looking at the labels on your underwear and make sure that it doesn't warn you not to soak. I never soak anything now because I'm scared to death of that happening again and ruining my other underwear. So I just plunge it a couple times. I do each one separately. And I just rub the part that needs to be rubbed really a lot. I rub all that and make sure it's clean. Usually this part is double lining, so I make sure that I'm sticking my finger in the inside. This one is sewn, so you can't do that, but if it is open, I stick my finger in there and make sure that it's like really clean, and I just clean everything, and then I set it aside, and then I do the next one, and I set it aside, and I do the next one and set it aside. Make sure that you, if you have different colors, make sure that you always start with your white ones or your lightest ones first, and then you move on and get darker and darker and darker. If you're soaking, do not ever put the white ones in or the lighter colored ones in with the darker colors. Don't even put the bright ones in with the darker colors. It will ruin them. And then your panties will not match your bra, and everything will be fucked up, and you'll be pissed off. So start with light and then go to dark. Once you've washed all of your panties, then don't forget to rinse. So I drain the little sink, and then I just use lukewarm water, and I really just like let it run underneath there. And here's what you have to do. This is very important, especially if you have silk underwear. You want to make sure that you do not do this. Do not wring out your underwear. This is bad. Don't do that. Just kind of like let it hang, drip off a little bit, and then you want to lay a towel on the ground and lay your panties and bras on that towel. And you can lay another towel on top of it and kind of like pat it dry so it dries a little quicker. But honestly, it'll dry in like 3 hours. It's underwear. It's not like a sweater. You do not want to wring it out, and you do not want to hang it up. If it's wet, it's going to stretch. That's another thing that's going to stretch out the elastic in your underwears and your bras. So it's pretty easy to take care of your stuff. You'd think that it would take a lot of time, but it really doesn't. Just make it part of your routine. If you're willing to spend money on lingerie and you're willing to wear the lingerie, then you might as well be willing to spend 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to take care of it properly. And then it should last you for years. So yeah, good luck. Ask me if you have any questions.